Hi guys, welcome back to the Beauty and Business Podcast. This is episode number 9. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share. My guest today is a very special guest. It's Natalie Wilson. She is a 3-time breast cancer survivor. She is also owner of her own business, High Heal Diaries. And she's here today to share her story of how she kind of turned her pain into her own business. So I'm so happy to have her. Hi, Natalie. Thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you for having me.
So let's start by you introducing yourself and letting everybody know what you do.
Okay, so yes, Natalie Wilson. My business is High Heal Diaries. It's a female empowerment, inspirational, educational, everything female business. But by trade, I'm a licensed paralegal, a mom of 3 beautiful children, a wife. I've been married for 22 years. And I'm my licensed paralegal job is my, bring home the bacon kind of job, but the High Heal Diaries is my hard job.
Mm-hmm. Now tell us a little bit about how High Heal Diaries began. How did it start?
Okay, well, I'm a 3-time breast cancer survivor, and that in a nutshell is what kind of brought me towards wanting to speak about my journey. Mm-hmm. And my journey began, truthfully, I'd say when my sister died in 2003. She was shot at 24 years old. And that was the beginning of me feeling broken, but after time realizing that, with support and with God's grace that I can come out of it. But from there, my grandfather died shortly thereafter. A very close uncle of mine died of a brain tumor shortly thereafter. I got pregnant. I was 4 months pregnant and lost it at that time. So all those things, were a culmination leading up to my big trial, which was breast cancer in 2008, which I found on my own. And the mammogram and ultrasound that I had said it was nothing. But I persisted, and once we had it removed, that was when they knew that it was cancer, ductal carcinoma in situ. Yeah. Early stage, but high aggressive, aggressive and fast growing. So I had chosen to do a double mastectomy and get rid of both breasts, because I know in my mind I would have worried about it for the rest of my life, just removing one breast. So I said, just do both at one time. And I had a lot of complications with my reconstruction, and on my last surgery, which was surgery number 13, I always say 13 people call a bad lucky number, but for me it wasn't, because in 2016, yes, I had 4 surgeries in order to remove the problematic breast, because it came back, and then they found further cancer in the deeper layers of the skin, so I had to remove the complete reconstructed breast all over again. Wow. And in 2016, I took the time off. No more surgeries, no more going to the hospital, no more doctors. I just wanted to just breathe, because from 2008 to 2016, all I was doing was going through surgeries. And I definitely went through the roller coaster ride of all the stages of healing. And 2016, I took time to read, to educate myself further, to reach out to other people that were going through the same thing. And I found that speaking to others and others reaching out to me to hear about my story was a way of healing. And so I thought I wanted to have a platform where I can share my story with others, as well as bring others on to share their stories, because I realize, and sure it's cliche to say that you're not the only one going through it. We all know that, but to actually sit in front of and speak with somebody and hear their story, and laugh with them, cry with them, and go through all the emotions with them, it just feels so good, and it's a continuous healing journey. So that's how I started High Heal Diaries.
And how did the name come about? Tell us about the meaning of the name, High Heal Diaries.
So we were brainstorming, a girlfriend of mine, we were sitting brainstorming, trying to think of names, and there's so many facets about me that I wanted to play into the name, but I also wanted the name to be significant of what this platform is about. So high is about, as women, we tend to always keep ourselves strong and high and walk, powerful and run our homes and our businesses and take care of our children, our husbands, and everybody else. But we always forget to remember about us. And so the healing part came from we did a little twist on the name Healing, Heal, sorry, and it was, instead of H-E-E-L, it was H-E-A-L.
I like it.
And of course it's for healing, because until you take a step back and realize that you have your own issues, and we as women, again, we put everything else first, we forget about our own issues, and sometimes things will come to a head because we're not taking that time for ourselves. So the Heal is about healing, and Diaries is about opening up your story, opening up your life, opening up your personal book, and sharing your story with others as a way of empowering and inspiring others to do so as well.
Yeah.
But find the right outlet to do it.
Yeah.
It's important to find the right outlet.
Now, another question I have for you, because I love the whole High Heal Diaries thing. I even love the name. What is your mission and your goal for the platform, for the High Heal Diaries?
Well, my mission and my goal, my mission is really to show the true reality of the struggles that we all go through as women.
Yeah.
And not only as women, because I have a lot of men that follow me as well, to show that you don't know what another person is going through.
Yeah.
So as you sit there and you judge, be careful, because when you look at somebody and you see something on the outside, it's not always what's going on the inside. And the mission is to show my life and to show that, yes, what you see here and right now is great. I take care of myself, I work out, and I believe in look good, feel better.
Yeah.
Right? But there's still a lot going on inside. And I put my life out there so that people can see that you can do both. You can be real and raw and show your emotion, but still be strong and powerful. And, go about business and life.
Absolutely. Yeah. And in what way would you say your journey has made you stronger?
Wow. So going through, in multiple ways, I'd say it made me stronger, because I learned how resilient I truly was. I'm a very soft person, like my heart, like I wear my heart on my sleeve.
Yeah.
I love hard, and I could be your best friend. I'm a Gemini, so
yeah.
I can be one way or the other, right? But I love really hard, and I take everything on emotionally, and I never thought that I could ever deal with any struggle in my life. I thought I'd be broken.
Yeah.
And when my sister passed, and I realized that I could get through that, and not that it ever goes away.
Yeah, it doesn't.
But you learn to get to a certain level where you can live with it. I realized how resilient and strong I was, and I know without a doubt that I didn't do it on my own. Nothing happens without God, first and foremost. But there's a lot of support in family and friends that I received. And so my biggest lesson was that never to pigeonhole yourself into believing that you're limited. Right? Always know that anything is possible. When there's a will, there is a way. Yeah. And after 2016, I decided to start the reconstruction over again, which took me to surgery number 22, which just finished in 2020.
Wow.
Because I decided to do the reconstruction where we took the muscle from the back to the front.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I look at myself in the mirror and I think about what I've gone through, and I think about the multiple surgeries, the trauma of not knowing if I'm going to make it out of those surgeries, but still wanting to press on to show cancer that you can't beat me. I'm going to try to build back my body as best as possible. Not that it's only about the physical being. I worked on my internal being as well. And once I knew that was good, I pressed on so that I can feel like, a female again and look like a female again. Although I know without breasts I'm still beautiful. Yeah. But the biggest lesson was you're good. You're beautiful within and without. Press on and don't limit yourself.
Yeah. Now, what advice would you give to another woman possibly maybe going through breast cancer right now? What would you tell her?
Is to feel the emotions. Don't think that you need to, come through this for everybody else's sake. Do it for yourself, push on for yourself, but go through those emotions and recognize that it's okay to go through them and you need to go through them. Because if you suppress all these stages of healing that, you know, you're feeling, and you're like, okay, well, maybe this is too much, or I'm wilding out and I shouldn't be doing this. You know what? Wild out, feel it.
Yeah.
You know, lash out, do what you need to do, cry.
Yeah, because a lot of times people will feel that they're wrong for feeling that way.
You don't need to be the superwoman that everybody's, you know, expecting you to be.
It's okay to cry.
It's okay to cry. Yeah, 100%. And feel those emotions, but know that, you know, everybody goes through these stages, and they end up at the end eventually. And the end is a better place. Mm-hmm. It truly is a better place. And the ending for me was that stage we call philanthropy, where I felt well enough within myself and with my journey that I was ready to give back.
Yeah, so you would say your journey changed you for the better.
Absolutely,
almost like, yeah.
100%.
Wow, it's amazing. Now, tell us about the fundraisers you do. So you have your branded wine, which we have here today,
yes.
And your yearly walk event that you do, the Walk a Mile in My Shoes. Tell us about those.
So the Walk a Mile in My Shoes is a walk that I've done twice so far, but of course COVID had to come and put a wrench in it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do something this year. But the walk is to celebrate all women. Mm-hmm. And again, you know, walk a mile in my shoes. Everybody knows kind of what that means, quote unquote, that you don't know what someone's going through until, you know, you are in their shoes. And for women, what I'm trying to show is that walk a mile in your shoes and be okay with it. Mm-hmm. But once you know that you're not doing well and you're not okay, then take those shoes off, take a minute and just relax. Mm-hmm. You know, heal. Because unless we're good, no one else is going to be good. I always say, if mama ain't good, ain't nobody else going to be good.
Yeah, right? It's true.
So then the funds that are raised from that fundraiser goes towards helping women that are dealing with their here and now diagnosis of their breast cancer. Mm-hmm. And they're off of work and say they're suffering financially. I help them with children's expenses, utilities, care packages. Say they just want something nice to look at.
Yeah.
You know, care package for skin, for bath and body, a gift certificate to the grocery store, transportation costs to the hospital to their treatment. Yeah. You know, a lot of us are not in that financial position where they have a significant other that can help them sustain while they're going through their treatment. Some of us are lucky to have it and some of us don't. So it's all through word of mouth. My cause is dear to my heart because, of course, I've been through it, and I know a lot of people that have been through it have not won their struggle. But I try to just help as many people as possible. So I always urge anybody that knows about what I'm doing to send their loved ones to me. Mm-hmm. And in addition to that, I also am a certified coach practitioner. So for those that aren't ready to talk about their journey, I'm here to coach them along, help them to get to a better place where they might be able to talk about it eventually.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
And the last and final question I have for you.
We didn't talk about the wine.
Oh, yes.
The wine. I just looked at the wine. I was like, yes, the wine.
Tell us about the wine. Let me hold the bottle up.
Yes.
So this is Natalie's wine.
Baby. I'm so happy about that. So the wine fundraiser, I wanted to have an ongoing fundraiser that was obviously that was ongoing, that people can purchase
kind of like year round.
And again, the money will go to helping the women that are going through their cancer treatment. So the bottles are $25, but once you do purchase one, you get the commemorative bottle, the High Heal Diaries bottle,
beautiful.
Right? So I blinged it all out, very true to my brand. And so there's red, white, and rosé.
Nice. And it's really good.
Yeah, thanks.
Now the last and final question, Natalie, is what would you tell your younger self?
I would tell my younger self to not limit what I think I'm capable of doing, because I realize now that I'm very capable of doing many things, and sometimes I try to limit what I do with High Heal Diaries because I feel like I got my hands in so many places. But then I realize that everything that I do with it is touching someone in some way, in addition to helping me to heal. So I would tell my younger self not to think you have to be this person or that person, or you have to have this career or that career, to go with where your heart takes you, and to just follow along with what where your heart is bringing you. I have to be so hard on myself. Yeah.
Now, Natalie, let everyone know where they can find you on social media if they're interested in your coaching or to purchase your wine or anything like that.
Yes, for sure. So you can find me on Instagram. Everybody can find everybody on Instagram, but all my platforms are simply High Heal Diaries, and don't forget it's HEAL. So Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. You can also find my YouTube talk show, my interviews with women on the YouTube talk show, and my website. Definitely full of a wealth of information there, resources and support groups, all of the stories I've ever written, all of my events that I've been a part of, everything. One-stop shop for High Heal Diaries.
Thank you for coming on today, Natalie. It was wonderful.
Thanks for having me. It was great.
No
to
problem.
be here.